Welcome to Arcana ATL. I'm Intuitive Empath Sydney Rich, and on this channel, I take you through the journey of the tarot through PickACard readings. And today is number 6 in the major arcana, the Lovers. So I'm trying to be on theme for you guys. I hope my hair is in the frame, and you can see that I tried to make it look like a heart. And so the Lovers, what is that card all about? When I see the Lovers, I immediately think connection, not only with other people, other relationships that we have in our life, but ourself and what we are connecting to, what we love, what brings us to a space of peace and harmony, because the number 6 also speaks to the idea of balance and harmony. So this pick a card is going to ask you, where do you need more harmony in your life or more balance in your life? And where do you need to be focusing on what brings you that type of love and that connection to self and to others? So we're going to use our intuition and get into the pick a card so you guys can get your own personal intuitive reading. Okay, guys, it's time to pick a card. This is your time to test your intuition, okay? So whichever pile jumps out at you, whether it's the number or the imagery or just what you're feeling called to, go with that one, okay? So take a couple deep breaths. And we have pile number 1, the Lovers from the Modern Witch Tarot. Pile number 2, the Lovers from the Afro Goddess Tarot. And pile number 3, the Lovers from the Hip Chick Tarot. So go ahead and go to the timestamps below in the details. Also, this is a great time for you to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And let's go ahead and get to your readings. Pile number 1, you chose the Lovers from the Modern Witch Tarot. And let's go ahead and see what's going on here. I haven't seen these. So the Magician, it is reverse, okay? And then we have our Judgment from our Sexual Tarot deck. From our Lovers Oracle, we have Embrace. From our, what is this? This is the Soulmate edition from the Truth decks. Karmic Cycle. From our Fairies, Get Some Exercise. And from our, what is this? Believe in Your Own Magic deck. We have Red, Forgive. Okay, so what is this Lover's energy? So like we said, the Lover's energy is about connection to self, to others. So see how this resonates with you in regards to maybe self-love or love with another person. And what I'm seeing first here with this Magician energy and this Judgment. So reverse, this little keyword here is manipulation. Magician energy is about us being able to create our reality. And when this is coming up reverse, it feels like there may be someone else that is interfering with your reality, okay? With your love life, with where you are right now with things. It feels like this person may be yourself. You may be feeling like you are not being honest with yourself. You're not walking in an authentic space. Therefore, what you're trying to manifest isn't coming to fruition like you would prefer. And I see that also with the Judgment card. Judgment asks us to judge ourselves. You know, what decisions are we making? What choices are we making? Because those choices have consequences. And consequences don't have to be a negative thing. They can be positive. But if we're not making them in a light that is harmonious with what we want, in balance with what we're desiring, then it can create a disharmony that creates dissatisfaction in where we are, what's going on with our relationships, with ourself. And what I'm getting here very much so is it feels like if you chose this group 1, this is a collective reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But what it feels like group 1, if you chose this, is that you're kind of searching for this reconnection with yourself. and realizing that some of the decisions that you've been making recently have not been yours, but of others. And you're now understanding like, okay, these decisions have consequences, right? So what I see next with embrace, through each other, you find missing pieces. I love that. And the imagery on there is so pretty as well, because I feel like you need to embrace with yourself. Feels like there might be some fracturing with yourself that's going on, and you really need to kind of come back to loving yourself, caring about yourself, listening to yourself, trusting yourself, so that you can create what you want. You can create the relationships that you want, you can create the connections that you want, and you can fall back in love with things that maybe you have fallen out of love with because you've been disconnected. You've been allowing other people or other scenarios or even your mind manipulate what your current reality by saying, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't care about that, you shouldn't care about this person, they're not good for you. Well, maybe they are. Maybe you're thinking yourself out of things, and by doing so, you're making judgments that are not grounded in a space of love, right? And the Lover's card is the Gemini of the Arcana, the Gemini card. So Gemini energy is all about communication, connection, learning about self and others. And so that's what it feels like. It's embracing all of those different parts of you and understanding that they all matter and they all need to work in harmony in order, excuse my dog, in order for you to feel good, feel loved, feel connected with self. Karmic cycle speaks to this idea that there may be something that karmic cycles often talk about, we have to go through these things that either we created this lifetime or was created in another lifetime. And you kind of have to understand that your judgment, your choices that you make create this kind of karmic energy. So if you chose this group one, it kind of feels like you're going through a karmic cycle right now, in the sense that things may not be working out, or there might be some difficulties, or there might be this feeling of disharmony in your life. And that's why the Lovers is asking you, how do you reconnect with yourself? This feels very self-oriented and not external. And understand that these karmic cycles, we have to learn and integrate the lesson. So if you went through something and you realize now, okay, I should have made a different decision. I should have realized that I was letting other people manipulate me and it wasn't me. And so now I'm stuck with these consequences, right? We have to integrate that lesson into ourselves in order for us to move past that karmic cycle, okay? And so that's what I feel right now. And with the Get Some Exercise card, that is what action is needed, right? This is not the time for you to say, you know what, I'm just going to let things just play out. No, it's time for you to get active. It's time for you to say, I have an ability to create my reality. So tapping into that magician energy upright, right? I have the ability to set my intentions, to be clear about how I want however this resonates with you, how I want this to turn out, how I want this to end up. And finally, we have the red forgive card, which I love. Forgive yourself. Forgive someone else that has maybe manipulated a situation and caused you to make certain decisions that have now got you in this space where you're feeling a little disconnected from yourself and needing to embrace those pieces of you again, okay? And so understand, forgiveness is not saying that what someone else did was okay, or maybe what you did was okay, but it's allowing yourself to say, hey, I'm human, therefore I'm forgiving this and allowing it to cycle through that karmic cycle and learn what I need to learn from this lesson. And that can bring you back to self. The Lover's connection comes back in, where you're connecting back with yourself because you've allowed yourself to forgive, whether it's yourself or someone else in your life, so you can move forward in a much more harmonious way. That word harmony has been fucking me up all this reading. But I really hope that makes sense for you guys, because I feel it very strongly that you guys are just really ready to feel like yourself again and come back into balance and to love yourself. So this feels like a very self-love oriented group. I know that you guys can do that. I know you will do that. And so I hope this message provides you some insight, some clarity, and some guidance on how you can bring that lover's energy back into your own personal life for yourself and start to love yourself again. So if this resonated, leave me a little comment below. I love the comments. If not, you can leave a comment. It just lets me know that I'm connecting with you guys. And like I said, this is a collective reading. So take what doesn't resonate, take what resonates, and leave what doesn't resonate. Thank you so much. See you next time. Number 2, this is your reading. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to Arcana ATL so you can stay up to date with all the other PickACards, and review the ones that have come in the past, because they're timeless and they're always messages for you. So let's see what's going on here, okay? We have the 4 of Pentacles reverse on our Truth deck. We have King of Pentacles from our Sexual Tarot. Our Lover's Oracle. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. Love. This is the Soulmate edition from the Truth deck. Flirty energy. Ooh. I'm already seeing what's... Oh, we got love life. Okay, you guys. And then we have stars. You can manifest your every wish. Group 2. You know what's crazy? I had a feeling that this group, just because of the imagery of this card, was going to be literally about literal love. The first group was about self-love. This is about a relationship. Couples, you know, if you're calling this in, this is for you. If you're already in a relationship, this is for you. I'm really excited about this. Okay, so first, we have 4 of Pentacles reverse. And the little tag that they have here is openness. And what I'm feeling with this, so Pentacles energy is grounded energy, right? So it feels like if you chose this, remember, this is a collective reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But if you chose this group, it feels like you've probably been on the hunt, the search for love. Or if you're in a relationship, you're ready to take that love to another level. And so this 4 being reversed speaks to this idea of letting yourself be open to these possibilities. Pentacles energy can be kind of stuck, kind of rigid, because it's earth energy, so it's very rooted, but it's asking you to kind of open up. You can't have love if you're not willing to receive love, okay? And if you want to move up in the relationship that you're in right now, you need to be open with your partner. You need to let them know, like, hey, I think we should get married, or I think we should have a baby. Whatever the case may be, it's talking about being open and allowing yourself to feel grounded and safe in that openness. You can be vulnerable is what I'm getting. And with the King of Pentacles, once again, we have Pentacle energy. This feels like there's either someone in your life right now. This could be you. This could be someone coming into your life, or this could be your partner. But this energy is about someone who's very loyal, someone that is very kind and clear with how they feel, and they say what they mean. So if you're wondering, does this person really like me, or am I really ready for something, or does this person see a future? I would say absolutely with the King of Pentacles energy. This is not a wishy-washy type of energy when it comes to love. This is a sturdy husband, family type of energy where it's like, I want to create stability. I want to create longevity. I want to create with you. And I have a lot of things to bring to the table, King of Pentacles energy. So like I said, this could be you, someone else coming in, your partner right now. But this energy is someone that you can trust. That's the main message that I'm getting right here. You can trust this person. You can trust this relationship. You can trust that yourself, that you're ready for love. You can trust that because it's not quick. It's not that you're making a rash decision. This is thoughtful. This person is someone that thinks about you as well, and they care about you, and they take you into consideration in the future, into consideration, because we have to be able to plan and be open, back to open, for what is to come. This life is a series of shifting cycles card. This is letting you know that something is changing. Okay, something is coming in and something is shifting in your love life, particularly your romantic connections, okay? And in order for that shift to happen, we have to understand, back to this Four of Pentacles reverse, to be open and to flow with it. Emotions are water, right? They flow, they go, you know, they're going to go wherever they're going to go, and we can't control them. So when it comes to this, you can't be too in your head about this moment right now when it comes to your love life. You have to allow your heart and your emotions to kind of guide you and to flow with things. So this is not the time to try. It's a time to just go with the flow and trust that the people in your life, you can trust them. They are worthy of you giving them this power over you, or power over yourself. If this is a single person, you can trust yourself that you are ready. So allow this new love shift to happen by you just flowing with it. And I love this flirty energy card. It has the number 2. It's like a couple. You're flirting. This feels like something new. So like I said, if you're single, I do feel like someone is coming into your life, okay, that's going to stick around. It's not going to be a hit it and quit it type of situation. It's going to be something significant. And I feel like you guys are going to really dig each other. So if you are in a relationship, this is saying, remember, you're in a relationship. You like this person. You love this person. And so be flirty with them. Have fun with them. And keep that spark, that love, that Valentine's-y type energy around. And your love life, I mean, how perfect is this, you guys? I did not see these until I flipped them over. The basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. So you single folks, I see someone coming into your life that's going to stick around. It's not going to be a flighty situation. And also, if you are in a relationship, I see you guys maybe getting out of a little slump and feeling more flirty with each other, maybe having more sex. And if you've been married for a long time, same kind of concept. Like, it feels like fresh energy is coming and you guys can really fall back in love with each other, and that connection is being reignited, it feels like. And I love this one, stars. You can manifest your every wish. So the stars for group 2 are really aligning for you guys to step into this new love, whether it's a new relationship, a resisting one, but the stars are letting you know whatever it is that you're wanting from the connection, the relationship that's currently in your life or not in your life. Let the universe, God, source, the divine know, I am ready, or I'm ready for us to step it up in our marriage. I'm ready to have children. I'm ready to get married. If you've been in a relationship for a while, let the stars know, because they're listening to you, and it's time for this connection to go to the next level. I feel all the love right now. It feels really good. It feels really happy. It feels really classic Valentine's, lovey-dovey energy. So if you pick this group, I hope you're ready for love, because it's coming for you, okay? So be open to receiving it. Let that life shift and flow with it, and be ready and prepared for just your love life really just changing for the better right now. So if this resonated, let me know in the comments below. If not, let me know in the comments below. But remember, the divine works on their time, so we can't force these things, but what we can do is to be open and receptive to this energy, okay? So I really hope you enjoyed your reading, and I will see you next time. Bye. All right, pile number 3, this is your reading. Let's see what is going on. You guys chose the Lovers from the Hipchick Tarot. So we have Temperance in reverse, okay, from the Truth deck. We have 8 of Swords from the Sexual Tarot. From our Lovers Oracle, we have Sacred Union. Love this imagery, so pretty. From our Soulmate edition from the Truth deck, grows in time. I like that. From our fairy deck, we have travel. And believe in your own magic, dragons, slay them all. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. So, each group's today have just been so different. So, what I'm getting from this group is, I feel as if you, when it comes to relationships in your life, and this is not just about love, what I'm getting. This is about your relationships with coworkers, your relationships with your parents, your relationships with your friends, okay? This is what this feels like. So it can apply to multiple different relationships in your life. Whereas the second group was about a romantic relationship and the first one was about self-love. So I love this. So the temperance reverse. Temperance energy is all about taking your time, okay? And allowing the universe to do its thing. But right now, the word excess is here. It feels like you're out of balance. And so remember, the Lover's card is the 6th card and it's about harmony and balance. So it feels like right now you're a little out of balance. You feel like you're being tugged in a lot of different directions and you feel like you don't have any control over what's going on with your relationships with people. And therefore it's creating this, this lack of harmony within your mind, because the Lover's card is also the Gemini card, and Gemini is air and it controls our mind. So right now, if you chose this, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But if you chose this group, feels like right now you're feeling a little overwhelmed and like waiting for things to change and shift in a lot of different areas, and you're really like, how do I do this shift? 8 of Swords speaks to this idea of feeling very stuck, feeling very out of control in a sense, mentally. Once again, this is a mental card. So it often asks us to really open our eyes and see how we can get out of the situations that we're in. So if we are overly extending ourselves, if we're saying yes to everybody, if we're saying, sure, I can do that project in 2 days when really you know it's going to take you a week, we need to be real with ourselves and say like, okay, I'm creating a cacophony in my brain right now because I'm not being honest and saying like, I need to take my time. I need to be more present when I'm doing things so they're not piling up on top of each other and I'm feeling like I'm losing myself in all these connections and all these relationships. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Now, I love this, okay? Sacred union, I feel like this is saying that the relationships that we have in our lives are there for a reason, okay? They're sacred and there's something special there. So if we feel like the relationships that we have in our life are creating stress, are creating heaviness, are creating a lack of harmony, then we need to really be real with ourselves and say, does this connection, does this lover's connection, this energy, does it bring harmony and balance to my life, or is it stressing me out? Is it sacred and giving me what I need? It's nourishing me and I'm feeling connected and I'm feeling like myself? Or is it toxic and causing problems and ills and annoyances? Because that can create these blocks when things aren't moving like we want them to, because we're kind of giving our energy to things that don't deserve our energy. We're connecting with things that don't connect with us. This also can speak about work and like your goals. Do your goals truly make you feel like a sacred union? Do you feel like you're in your purpose, or are you doing something that doesn't feel that way, you know? Grows in time. So this goes back to this temperance card. Patience is important in order for us to get the connection and balance that we deserve in our lives. And right now, it feels like where you are, it's time for you to do some shifting, some moving, some growing. And allow yourself to understand that as time goes, certain relationships, they change. Certain connections that you used to have to this type of job, you don't have it anymore. You need to reevaluate or reassess your relationship with your parents or whatever the case may be, because you're growing up, right? So relationships grow in time. They shift, they move, and we have to shift and move with them and have to reassess and make sure that they're still sacred and that we still connect with them. Because if not, they can create this feeling of victimization, like everything happens to me. Why is this happening? Well, because you're connecting with things that aren't connecting with you anymore and no longer bringing you peace and harmony. You know what I'm saying? The travel card. So I love this because travel can be literal, like I'm physically moving my body, or it can be mental. Back to that Gemini lover's energy. Where do you need to travel in your head right now to get away from the disharmony of this heaviness? Kind of feels a little heavy. Traveling to get away. What it feels like is you need to step back and allow yourself to realize, why are these relationships or why are these things in your life feeling like how they're feeling disharmonious, feeling disconnected. What are those relationships trying to teach you about yourself? Because often if you look at the lover's energy, you can also look at it as like a mirror, okay? And so a lot of times when we're not digging something anymore, something in us has grown. And so we're not that person anymore. So this travel card speaks about traveling away from a situation, kind of taking a step back and being able to assess it and say, you know what? This relationship really isn't working for me anymore. It was, but I'm a different person. And as I step back, I realize that this isn't working anymore. This isn't bringing balance into my life. Also, physical balance, travel. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. Allow yourself to get away if you can, and give you that separation. It feels like you need to separate in order to reintegrate and to reconnect with people in your life, things in your life, relationships. Dragons, slay them all. This is letting you know that you guys got this. You are not a victim. You are not out of control of this situation. You can do this. But it's up to you. She's got this sword in her hand. It's up to you to say, that relationship doesn't work for me anymore. This job ain't working for me anymore. This living situation isn't working for me anymore. Like, it is up to you to slay the dragons that are in your life so you can get back to a place of harmony like our lovers wants us to be, okay? It wants us to be connected and at peace with who we are, who we're in relationships with, what work we're doing. And so I hope you guys can feel that empowerment and say, what is not sacred to me? What is? And do that type of assessment, because that's what it feels like the energy is for group 3. I love this message so much because the lover's energy, often when it comes up in a spread, it's not about a relationship, but it's about how you are feeling about something in your life. And what it feels like here is that you've grown. And so now it's time to reassess and maybe move away from things that were near and dear to you to things that give you a more sense of balance and clarity about who you are, what you want. So I hope this gave you some insight, guidance, and clarity. I just said that word. Let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe, tell the homies, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time and getting this intuitive message from me. Blessings. See you next time.